Today I want to talk about a trick that I use probably every single day, even multiple times a day, that helps me get shit done when I don't feel like it and when my mind is trying to convince me not to. So this would be, a trick that helps me get my ass to the gym if I'm sore and tired and unmotivated. It helps me make the right food choice when I'm emotional and really just want to eat my feelings. It helps me have a hard conversation when I just want to sweep things under the rug. So this is something that has really helped me be more present in the moment and realize that the hard things are actually the things that I want to do. And that thing is, I simply just say to myself, what else would I be doing right now? Really, what else would I be doing right now? That's all that I say. And then I sit with it, and then I answer that question. Well, if I was given everything that I want in the world, you too, if you were given everything that you want in the world, think about it, everything that you could possibly ever imagine that you want, money, cars, houses, the body, the career, the impact, the vacations, everything, let your mind go crazy. If you were given all of that, then what? Well, maybe it'll take a week, maybe it'll take a month, maybe it'll take a couple years, but you will crave and yearn to be right back to where you are right now, doing what you're doing right now. That's how life works. If you were given everything that you want, the only thing that you'd want is to go right back to where you started. And that is the truth. Because nothing in life is as good as you think it is unless you've earned it. So what else could you possibly want to do right now? What else could you possibly have to do? That's what I say to myself when I don't want to get out of bed in the morning. What else could I possibly want to do right now? Sleep? Okay. And then what? And then I'm going to feel guilty that I slept in. Then I'm going to be behind on my work. I'm never going to get ahead. I'm going to start thinking that I'm a lazy person. I'm going to ruin my self-confidence. My fit queens that trust me and follow me, they're going to feel it. And so on and so forth. And it spirals in every area of your life. What do I really want to do tonight? I really want to watch The Bachelor and eat a snack and tune out. That's what I'd really like to do. And if I did that, then what do you think I'd want to do? If I did what my brain actually tricked me into thinking I want to do, then while I was doing that thing, I'd start to want to do the thing that I was doing first. Right? Who's been there? So you want to do this thing. Right? Let's say I just want to go home and veg out. I should work out, but I want to veg out. So I veg out. I watch The Bachelor with my snack. And then what happens? Well, then your mind starts to wander. You start to feel guilty. You start to feel lazy. You start to go over the to-do list in your head of everything that needs to get done. And you don't actually enjoy the thing that you thought you wanted to do. In fact, a lot of the times we start to hyper-focus on the thing we should have been doing in the first place. And the thing we want to do is never the thing that we should be doing in this scenario. And what you'll notice all the time, when you do the thing your brain tricks you to wanting to do, you'll be in that space doing that thing. And then the longer you do that thing, the longer you're going to want to go back to what you were supposed to be doing in the first place. And so you are never present. If you give in to every want, you will always be wanting the next thing. If you think that what you should be doing is what you want to be doing, you are in for a very unhappy life. If everything you do should be something you'd like to do and want to do, that's never going to happen. And if you keep searching for that, you will be forever unhappy, unfulfilled, miserable, lonely, purposeless. If you go through life making decisions based on what you want solely, you will be very unhappy, because what you want is not always what's good for you. What you want is not always what needs to get done. What you want doesn't make you great, because what you want keeps you comfortable and safe and warm. Watching The Bachelor tonight is going to make me feel really freaking good. And I get to zone out. I get to turn my brain off. Instead of working late, pushing myself, being that person that I know I need to be to have an extraordinary life. Extraordinary. It doesn't come naturally. Being extraordinary does not come naturally. Your brain will fight it and convince you you don't want it. And so it makes you want other things. And then we feel bad about it, guilty about it. We wonder why we feel so not content with our lives or our body or our growth or our career. And it's because you've just been choosing to do things you want. And there's two levels of want. There's short-term want and long-term want, right? Short-term, you want the thing. Long-term, you want to become the thing, right? Long-term, I want to be a badass. That's what I want long-term. But in order to become that long-term, short-term, I'm going to have to not do what I want to get what I want long-term. There's a difference, ladies. There's a difference. And a lot of the times we're in the moment doing what we want. It's that instant gratification that we're searching for. Either the quick bursts of pleasure or the avoidance of pain. In the moment. Because that's what our brain tells us we want the most. It's the easiest. It's the easiest. So it's not about the thing. It's about the feeling the thing has been giving you. So it's never about the want, because I promise you, if you're having a debate in your head between what you should do and what you want to do, I promise you it's not the thing that's the problem. It's the fact that you're giving into a want that is the problem. It is the thing, it's the problem of you're not seeing the bigger picture here. If you keep giving into this want, where is it going to lead you? It's just happiness for 30 seconds, right? If you mindlessly eat a bag of chips in front of the TV, how do you feel at the end of it? Garbage. But you did it anyway, and you're going to do it again, right? Because we wanted the 5 minutes of whatever it is that it gave us. But we're sacrificing our future. We are sacrificing this future every time. It's not about what you're doing that's the problem. It's about why you chose to do it. And if you give in to those impulses and those wants short term and you sacrifice the long term, you will be very unhappy. So every chance I get where I notice that I'm fighting myself, or I know, or I catch myself saying, I know I should do this, but I'm going to do this. Or I catch myself having the guilt sink in for the things I didn't do or the things I'm about to do. I just say to myself, what else would I rather be doing? Like, what else could I possibly be doing right now? And then I go to that thing, I play it out in my mind, and it always ends in the same place. Me wanting to come back doing what I was supposed to do in the first place. Always. Always. So what I want you to do, I want you to say that to yourself every day. What else could I possibly want to do right now? List it off. And then in your head, pretend like you did it. And I guarantee it is never as satisfying as you think it is. I guarantee when you're doing it, you will always want to do what you were supposed to be doing in the first place. And that is a fact. And you know what I am talking about. So if you find yourself, and this is particularly useful, if you find yourself panicking or second guessing your journey, this isn't for me. This isn't working. This is too hard. There has to be an easier way. If you find yourself in that mindset, even just for a second, where you're almost like, screw it, this isn't it, this isn't working, ask yourself, what else could you possibly do? Like, what else would you rather be doing? Would you rather go find an easier path? Do you think you'd be satisfied and happy and grow to the woman you're capable of if you took an easier path? Do you just want to sit on the couch the rest of your life? Do you think that would make you happy and fulfilled? Or are you just uncomfortable and not wanting to accept another hard thing today? Because it sucks. Being piled up and beaten on sucks. And every biological marker in your body is going to tell you that it's not right, because your body's trying to keep you safe. But you are smarter than that. You are smarter than your animalistic nature. You are smarter than that. You are built for greatness. That means be uncomfortable, be extraordinary, do uncommon things, go against your nature sometimes and sacrifice your current wants for your long-term needs. I need to be successful. I know that I will die with regrets if I am not successful in my own right. And so what else could I possibly be doing? Nothing, because nothing else would lead me to that success. So breathe. Reassure yourself that doing these things is actually what you want. Because if you did the other easy, lazy things, you'd want to come right back here. I guarantee it. And sometimes we just need a reminder of that. What else could you possibly be doing? Lots. What else do you actually really, truly want to do? Nothing. Nothing. And sometimes we forget that and we doubt that and we question that. But I'm here to tell you, this is where you are supposed to be. And as much as you maybe want to do something else, you will not be happy if you abandon this journey. You will not be happy if you abandon your potential and your greatness. And you will chip away at your self-esteem if you keep going to those short-term wants. So that is the trick that I use every day. I literally have this conversation with myself. I go, what else could I possibly want to do? What else, if I could choose to do anything in the world, what would I choose to do right now? And the answer is keep doing what I'm doing, because that leads exactly where I know I need to go. Not where I feel like going or want to go or the easy way, but it leads to where I know that I need to go. As Madison, I need to make it to this place to be happy, to be content, to inspire. And what is your version of that? What is your version of that? What could you possibly want to do elsewhere? Like, what could you possibly want to do? What is more noble than putting yourself first? What is more challenging than growing your mind? Nothing. What has more return of your investment? Nothing. So there is nothing you'd rather be doing. So stop complaining. Stop making excuses. Stop trying to talk yourself out of this journey because it's hard. Or maybe it's not for you. No, it's for you if you choose it. Most women stop choosing it. Don't be most women. Doesn't end well. All right, ladies, that's my little TED Talk for today. Get a little deep there. I hope this helped. I hope you seriously use it. Like, honestly, go through your day and say that to yourself. There's nothing else I would rather be doing, because you're going to want to sit on the couch and be lazy. And then if you sit on the couch and be lazy, you're going to feel bad about it. And you're going to want to go do something productive. And if we just skip that whole cycle, you could have continued to do something productive to begin with. And if we keep breaking that cycle, you will get further and further just by realizing that, and just by shortening those windows of where we think, and we have to experiment with what we want to realize we didn't want it in the first place. Right? Sometimes we have to go through that cycle. Sometimes we can skip that cycle. And that's my hopes for you today. You can skip that cycle just 1 or 2 times a week, and it will further you, and it will make, it will just pile up the ratio of good decisions to bad. And if we keep piling up the good, no matter how slow, it always pays off. Always, always, always. And it'll accelerate you faster.